He says, is it permissible to recite the Quran while I am sitting down and someone is sitting on a chair or sleeping on the bed near me? People say this is disrespectful to the Quran. Unfortunately, a lot of the ignorance and the laymen, and unfortunately, in some cases, some of those who are considered to be scholars may come up with such notions and ideas. If I'm sitting in a high place and my brother is sitting on the ground and he wants to recite the Quran, they say I'm sinful. Why? Because I'm sitting on an elevated place where the Quran is being recited. So I'm disrespecting the Quran. Says who? Says they. And this is totally bogus. Do I disrespect the Quran? Of course not. So why are you sitting on a higher level? Why not? Likewise, when I'm sitting on the ground in the masjid and I want to prostrate for recitation, I place the Quran on the ground. People next to me lift it up until I finish and they hand it to me. I said, why did you do this? I said, because it's disrespectful to place the Quran on the ground. Says who? Says they. Likewise, if I'm sitting in the masjid and I extend my legs in the direction of the Qibla, crazy elders come and say, this is disrespectful. Pull your legs. Says who? Says they. All of this is bogus. The jurors themselves say that when you are unable to pray sitting or standing up and you're lying due to the fact that you're bedridden, you should place your feet in the direction of the Qibla and pray while lying down. Where is the disrespect in that? The Prophet himself, and the hadith is in the Sahih. Mother Aisha says about herself, used to be in my menses. And the Prophet used to incline in my lap and recite the Quran. Some scholars say, meaning that he used to place his head in her lap, which means that she is elevated and she's in her menses, while the Prophet recites the Quran. Do you have the audacity to claim that the Prophet was disrespecting the Quran? So, Amina, all what these people say is bogus. They have no knowledge and they speak out of thin air and they try to intimidate people so that they can control them. I'm the Shaykh. You shouldn't do this. This is disrespectful. You may be risking getting out of the fold of Islam. And I'm intimidated, I'm frightened, and I leave everything because Simon says. This is totally not true.